Welcome to Sovereign Tarot, where we unite our Hierophant with our High Priestess to create joy, peace, and love in our inner realms through spiritual integration and conscious presence. Thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. I made a decision. I'm moving over everything to my other channel because I have more viewers there. I have 224 subscribers on my other channel and only 11 here. So it's called Spiritual Teacher. So Spiritual Teacher at Spiritual Teacher on YouTube. So if you could, I'm gonna put it on Facebook, but if you could all move over to my other channel, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be teaching spiritual integration through tarot. I just decided to move everything over there because I already had like a viewership. So, and then I changed my name over there. So still doing the same thing, spiritual integration through tarot. If you could just join me at my other channel, Spiritual Teacher at Spiritual Teacher. I think that's what it is. And I'll send you a video. I'll put this video on both channels so you'll get it. I'm going to do a reading for the collective. Today is, I heard something's supposed to be happening on the 27th. I believe today is the 26th. And we are just getting buried in snow here in the Northeast US, and it's I heard there's more coming. So that means we all need to slow down and go in. I was getting a little stir crazy today and yesterday. But I got a migraine this morning, which made me have to go in. I put my little eye mask on, and then all this stuff started coming up in my body, and I was just feeling it and loving it and caring for it. It was real deep stuff, and that's what we need to do right now, because we do want to move forward, but we want to move forward as a whole person, sovereign. We don't want to leave any of ourselves behind, because that's what kind of comes up and bites us. Those parts end up sabotaging us if we don't integrate them. So let's take this time while we're kind of stuck inside in these snowstorms and start doing that work, that spiritual integration work. So we're moving forward as a whole person, a sovereign divine person, fully integrated, and we're not leaving any of our parts behind to come back and bite us in the butt. Okay, so I'm going to start with a reading from A Course in Miracles, and I don't know if I did this one before. I think I did, so maybe we'll move to the next one. All right, yes. Lesson 279, A Course in Miracles. Creation's freedom promises my own. The end of dreams is promised me because God's Son is not abandoned by his love. Only in dreams is there a time when he appears to be in prison and awaits a future freedom, if it be at all. This is so funny because I was going to talk about Nelson Mandela, because you're all afraid, right, of what's going on in the world, but we have the curriculum. We have everything that we need to create what we want to create. We have it all. And Nelson Mandela was a beautiful example of that. He was in prison, and he was able to free himself through integrating all parts of him. And then what he did, he became president. I mean, we have this. We can do this. Be not afraid. Let's actually, instead of looking in our rearview mirror and seeing fear, let's look forward and just see love. And let's really be in the present moment and give ourselves that love. Yet in reality, his dreams are gone, with truth established in their place, and now is freedom his already. Should I wait in chains which have been severed for release when God is offering me freedom now? I will accept your promises today and give my faith to them. My Father loves the Son whom he created as his own. Would you withhold the gifts you gave to me? Okay. All right, so if you're stuck in fear, you just need to hold that. Hold it and love it. It's those parts of you. That's what came up for me today. This real deep part of me that needed soothing. Like when I was a child and I was terrified because I had colic and my mother and father didn't know what to do with me. And I think they ignored my cries a lot because I was just crying constantly and they couldn't soothe me. They didn't know what was wrong. My dad would just hold me, he said, and just hold my belly, my distended belly. And I believe that comforted me, you know, just looking up into his eyes and he would look into my eyes. And I have a really great relationship with my dad. So that's what we want to do with our terrified child that's still in us. We want to just hold it and love it and know we have it. We can do that. Okay, so we are going to start with, after the Course in Miracles reading, we start with the Divine Beloved deck. So also what came through this morning was this inspiration to integrate all my channels in the one that was already doing well. So integrate, it was the, helping me integrate and figure out how I wanted to do that. I still have to do that with my website, but I'm not worried about it anymore because I know it's happening. Okay. Oh, good. These are nice. I got these before, I think, in Pisces. Uniqueness and divinity. Okay. I also have my rose quartz right here. We're just magnifying and amplifying love. Because I got the message this morning that I could do what I wanted to do. I was the only one holding me back. And what I want to do is I want to teach spiritual integration through tarot. And I feel so happy about that. Okay. I accept my own nature, uniqueness. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who embraces my own uniqueness. Let me accept my own nature completely, knowing it too is divine. May I love myself as I am, not as others say I should be. So what was coming up in me was this thing of like, I have to be bigger than that. I have to save the world, so I can't do that as a tarot card reader. But the message that I've been getting through family constellations and all my healing work is I can just be myself, and that healing light that comes through me is enough. We all have that. If we all just do our own part, we will heal, because healing is really just all of us coming together and integrating. So we just need to be who we are. Okay, divinity. I know my true identity. Look how it all weaves together. I just love that. May I always remember my true identity, unlimited light and love. Let me know myself as pure consciousness. Wake me from the sleepwalk of believing I am only human. You're not only human and you're not only divine. You're both. And we can't, like, that's the integration. We're not going to forget any part of ourselves. We're going to integrate it. And it does integrate beautifully. It beautifully integrates into you. Isn't that so freeing? And don't you feel that weight coming off of you? Do you feel that weight coming off of you? Okay, now we're going to do the Light Seers Tarot with, oh wait, let's do our archetype card first. Just feeling this peace and stillness. Okay, one just popped out at me, so let's go with that. Guide. The light attribute represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Oh my God, isn't that so perfect? That's what I'm telling you. Just be you. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And the shadow attribute, well, I'm not gonna do the shadow attribute yet. I just want to say that yesterday I was watching a movie with my boyfriend and I became aware of how I see him in everything. And I said to him, I remember that feeling from when my daughter was born. I recognized her as the beauty that I saw in everything in life. I knew her, and I knew her to be basically divine consciousness. And I was telling him that I felt that. And I'm like, but I didn't feel that with my son. And then, I didn't really know what to do with that. And then what I realized this morning was because when my son was born, I was in a lot of fear. When I'm in this love, when I am myself, when I'm fully aligned, I feel that way with everybody. I can see God in everybody, and God consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, love. I see it and I know it. It's such an amazing feeling. And I know there's some people out there that know what I'm talking about. So if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. I want to know. And other people want to know too, that this is possible. Okay, so the shadow attribute places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. And I know we're all living in this physical world where we need money. And I know that that's hard to put aside and not to worry about and fear, but we can do that. I'm doing it right now. And you do it by, like, when the fear comes up, you take care of it, you love it. And then you move forward in faith. Because you know you're being guided. You know you are. If you're listening to your intuition and your inner wisdom, and if you can calm yourself enough, you can hear that. Oh my God. We got the Empress. We are getting amazing cards. All right, so this is where we are standing right now in the Empress energy. We are birthing it. That's why we are in this snow and we can't go outside, because we're supposed to be going in. We're supposed to just be nurturing that. Oh, I put up a really cool meditation that goes with this. It was a mother and she was holding a baby and the baby was holding the earth. And the affirmation was, I stay present with myself, and I can care for anything that comes up. Basically, that's the essence of it. It was a little more in depth, but I stay with my body, because your body tells you. Ooh, and we're going on a spiritual journey. We got the Six of Swords. I love that card. It looks dark and scary, right? But, and she looks a little sad and scared. She's looking down, kind of. Yeah, there's some grief there. There is some grief there. But everything we need is going with us on this journey. Oh, and we got the Three of Cups down underneath. Your people are waiting for you. They're with you on this journey, whether they be in spirit or in the physical. What I was like saying to myself, oh my God, where are my people? I keep hearing this, but where the heck are they? But I'm finding them on Facebook, actually. All these groups that I've joined of people that are like-minded, and I'm like, and they're saying things that are like what I believe in, but they're saying them in such beautiful ways, and everybody has their own unique perspective and gift, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and you don't have to worry that somebody else has yours, because nobody has yours. It's a combination of your genes, your ancestry, and your life experience. Nobody has what you have. Nobody has your gifts. And your people are waiting. They're right here with you. If you look around, you can find them already. Okay, and we got the Seven of the Swords in the background. That's a cool card, huh? What does that one say to you? Getting ready. The call went out. And you're getting ready. You've heard the call. The call went out to you already. You know what you need to do. That's what that card says to me. You received that illumination, that light, that inspiration. And you're ready. Okay, and above you have the Five of Swords. So you know, and I was feeling that this morning too. There was just a lot of stuff coming in, and it was hard to sort through, and it was hard to sit with. I didn't want to sit with it. It was really only the migraine. Look, and it looks like he has a migraine. It was really only the migraine that made me sit with it. And then what we have in front of us is the Two of Wands, but it's upside down. I just want to point you out to like what's next to him. I never really noticed this in the card, but like up in front of the guy with the migraine is like a guy with his arms wide open. And it looks almost like spirit coming down, like in alignment, like stepping into alignment. I never noticed that before. It's pretty cool. And 5 is the number of change. We're going to be experiencing change. And it could be some big changes. And that's scary. Sometimes that could be scary. Okay. So the Two of Wands is in front of us and it's upside down. So we're going to get a little bit more about that and the upside downness of it. You know, I think it's like different, and I just keep hearing about this, how our roads are going to split, and I was feeling that too, like we're at a crossroads. So you need to decide, or are you going to keep trying to do things the same way? It's just going to get harder if you keep trying to force things using control and ego and mind. But if you can move into spirit and intuition and your heart and your gut, if you can move into that and that knowing and listen to that and trust that, you're going to have a beautiful new path. And it involves your creativity and who you are, alignment. But some of us are fighting that because it requires letting go or surrendering, and that's scary to the unknown. Ooh, we got the Queen of Pentacles down over here, and she's right side up. So coming into our true essence, our earthly essence. It's not up in the spiritual. It's right here in you. Okay, so this is the path of like the earthly path. And then in front of us we have the Eight of Wands. So there's this like quick movement or quick moving energy. We can feel the energy right now. Like it's like fireworks in us. And that's what's so hard to sit still, is we're feeling that, but we can attend to it, attend to all those feelings that are coming up, and know that we are going to be moving forward, even though right now it feels like sorry, I got a card that I was like trying to understand. Even though it feels like we're stuck, we're going to be moving forward in this energy. So in our hopes and fears, we have the sun. The sun is just coming through, illuminating everything, and there's a little bit of fear about that. It's kind of like that Marianne Williamson quote of, which was attributed to Nelson Mandela, funny enough, that our deepest fear is not our darkness, it's our light and our strength. It's because it's taking responsibility for our own lives and what we've created. And that is scary, and that is hard to do. And this is what I was a little bit struggling with, because right in our outcome we have the Three of Swords. And that's grief and loss. We may be losing things. We may be losing people that we thought we were going to be with forever. Like, we really thought that these were our people, but we've been awakening to the illusion that, you know, these are not our people anymore. They may have been our people. We may have had a story with them. We may have learned a lot from them, and we may have a lot of memories with them, but we aren't going to be moving forward with them. They're in our hearts, they're in our psyche, they're in our memories. We can integrate those parts. We can integrate those people into our lives. We've learned from them, but our paths are diverging. And I think that's what's making it really hard for people to move forward, and why we're getting this extra time with the snow. Because we need everyone. We need everyone integrated and sovereign. We need you. But we need you with your own special gift and your light. And your light is whatever lights you up. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to do the Two of Wands. I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about that. Two of Wands. And maybe the Six of Swords, just to give you a little courage on your journey. Okay, so this upside down is insecurities, the fear of taking the next step, being stuck in your past, which is probably, you know, the grief, like, and I can't, like, I know how hard that is. I really know how hard that is. But opportunities for alignment. So you can say this affirmation. The world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. Oh, it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited about this journey that we're taking. The Six of Swords. So we got the Seven of Swords in the past, the Six of Swords that's crossing us, and the Three of Swords that's above us. It may just be also just a memory that's scaring you, a memory of heartbreak and heartache. Painful separation, loss, heartbreak, an opportunity to heal, shadows coming to the light, finding inspiration again. And what we want to say right here with this one is, my heart remains tender and open. Okay, so I was going to go with the Six of Swords, right? Okay, so this is cool. Transitions help arriving at the perfect time. Rites of passage, healing, moving beyond trauma. I did another video where really we're breaking the cycle of trauma and moving into sovereignty and consciousness and co-creation. So exciting. And there's so many teachers on this path, so you're not alone. And you have your own particular gift for others. And we can all support each other. We have this community card. Support from others, personal evolution, a spiritual transition or journey. I accept help as I easily cross this transition, and you will be helped and guided. So when I realized I needed to get a divorce and I had to leave behind my husband at the time, that was so scary, that realization. But there wasn't any part of me that thought that I didn't need to do that. Well, maybe there was a little human part that was like, what the frick are you doing? And I went into, we were stuck. We were both so stuck in how to get this going, because it was so scary for both of us. And I walked into a bookstore and I was just talking to somebody, and they were telling me about somebody's Instagram account. And so I was like, I wanted to write it down. So I picked up a business card, and it was the only one with nothing on the back of it, so I could write something. When I flipped it over, what I noticed was, because I can't see without my glasses, when I flipped it over, it was a divorce mediator and lawyer. And I was like, oh my God. And I called him, and that's how we got through our divorce. So you are being divinely guided and supported. And whatever it is that your gift is, the world needs it. You need it. And even like, so I'm not making any money with mine right now. But it's about alignment and energy. So you start to attract when you get into that energy of it. And I may not even be getting it from this channel, or from this, because I have other avenues too. But it's that elevating your vibe. It's like being happy and drawing that. And one of my things that I really wanted to do was to just be a person and be able to be a loving, kind person in the world when I go out. And I was so depleted as a therapist that I couldn't do that. But now I can, and I do. I go out and like, I celebrate people, and I love people, and I just bring joy and love and harmony and peace, and I'm being that, and I'm being that in the world, and you can be that too. That's what the world needs. It doesn't need a depleted, burdened. We got too much of that already. So, I mean, there's only one way to go right now, right? I mean, I guess you could go further down, but I don't think we want to do that. Okay, so go in peace and love and bring your gift out into the world. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe and move over to my channel, Sovereign Teacher. I'll try to post, I'm going to post this in both of them. So hopefully you can find me. Let me know. Love you all.